Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. I am Dorcas Yakubuzala, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. I've resumed, Obasa says. Dangote Refinery reduces petrol price to 860 naira per litre in Lagos. We're going to review electricity tariff for Band B and C customers, says federal government. A proposed gold card will offer wealthy buyers permanent residency in the U.S. and a path to citizenship. Now, top on what's trending. In a video making the rounds on social media, the lawmaker representing Agege Constituency 1 in the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, says he has resumed as the Speaker of the 40-member Legislative Assembly. Obasa is the Speaker, he told reporters on Thursday afternoon on the premises of the House. Back in January, Obasa was removed as Lagos Speaker when more than two-thirds of the House voted him out over alleged misconduct and sundry offences. Obasa's then deputy, Miranda, was immediately elected. Let's take a look at the video.
Now, I've told you repeatedly, I've never been removed. There's nothing like impeachment. So I don't know what to say. I've said this openly. Sir. That everybody, remove, what is it called? Impeachment or whatever, or removing is not democratic and constitutional. But in doing that, to achieve that, you must follow the due process. Nobody is against. I'm not against being removed. If I do that, then I'm not democratic. But all we are saying, let us go through the normal process and achieve that. So if we do, fine. That's just, I'm not against anybody. I don't have anything against anybody. All my colleagues, they've always been my brother. They have always been loyal. They've been dedicated. A strong commitment to serve the people of Lagos. I will continue to do that together. For me, I have no reservation, nothing against anybody, and no intention of victimization.
Okay, so currently there is a case in court. There's a
What
case.
is the case about? What is the case about?
About your removal.
I don't have anything like that.
Okay, sir, are you not disturbed that currently members of the party are now being pitched against one another?
No. Our party is one. We are all brothers and sisters. It's a family party. Everybody is entitled to his or her. Thank you.
So what's next?
Now reacting, a netizen wrote, how do you unanimously vote against the democratically elected speaker in his absence and put his deputy? At least do things the right way. Next reaction is from one Kazim, and it reads, it is shameful that the so-called Democrats of our time could not uphold the principles of democratic institutions and moral ideal society. Stop the intimidation against the first female speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Let Miranda breathe. The last reaction on the story says, a lot have been going on in this administration, majorly on power tussles at State House of Assembly and local government level. Our president needs to lead by example and stop this political gladiator to behave and act accordingly to the rule of law. 2027 is still far, but most of the states are divided. States like Rivers, Kano, Osun, Edo have been polarized over irrelevant issues that cannot add value to commoners. Mr. President, history will judge you if you fail to act accordingly as a leader. Next on what's trending, the management of Dangote Petroleum Refinery has announced a reduction in the ex-depot price of premium motor spirit PMS, popularly known as petrol, from 890 naira to 825 naira per litre, effective from 27th February 2025. The slash in price by 65 naira was announced in a statement on Wednesday by the refinery. According to the statement, buyers in Lagos will purchase fuel at 860 naira per litre at MRS outlets under the new arrangement. For MRS holding stations, it will sell for 860 naira per litre in Lagos, 870 naira per litre in the southwest, 880 naira per litre in the north, and 890 naira per litre in the south-south and southeast, respectively, the management said. Now, one Martin wrote, I think NNPCL is still important fuel. They go here. This price war will become more interesting when Bua refinery comes on stream. Next one says, Make we appreciate when we need to. Reduction in petrol price will affect all commodities. Let's not be ungrateful. Last reaction on this story says, the truth is, this does not have any economic improvement or impact. Doesn't reduce high cost of goods in the market. Let there be further reduction to at least 500 naira per litre. You will see much improvement in the economy across the board. Now, former Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shaibu, says the current governor of the state, Monday Okpebholo, has already achieved something significant within 100 days in office. He said that Okpebholo has been able to attract help from the federal government, which is something he and the former governor, Godwin Obaseki, didn't do while in office. Shaibu, who was a guest on Channel Television on Wednesday, said that bringing the federal government to Edo State will free funds for more projects in the state. Shaibu and Obaseki, former allies, fell out in the run-up to the September 21, 2024 governorship election, with the former later returning to the APC. Okpebholo, who was the APC candidate, was eventually declared the winner of the election by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Now reacting, one Mr. Nawa wrote, "But we dey Edo State never see any changes, so if you talk now, them go say na cyberbullying, all these lies, now waiting." Next one reads, "Sometimes think before you speak. Calling yourself a failure just to please another man. 100 days is more successful than 8 years in office. Politicians have no shame." Last reaction on this story reads, "This Shaibu is the snake under the green grass, but Obaseki has finished him. He can't be governor anymore. He will still fight with this governor too." Next on what's trending, the federal government has announced plans to review electricity tariffs for customers outside the Band A category. The proposed hikes aims to bring tariffs for other customer categories closer to the 206 naira per kilowatt paid by Band A customers. Speaking at the public presentation of the National Integrated Electricity Policy and Nigeria Integrated Resource Plan in Abuja, the Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, stated that the government can no longer sustain the 3 trillion naira subsidy on the power sector. Adelabu emphasized that with power generation and distribution increasing by about 35% in 2024, ensuring the commercial sustainability of the industry is crucial for continued growth. Quote, "We will look at the tariff again. I am not saying that we are going to increase the tariff before I am misquoted. We are going to look at it and see how we can improve upon our modest achievements of last year, not only to ensure that we grow the sector that we need, but also to ensure that we can invest more in revamping all these dilapidated infrastructures." Now commenting, someone wrote, "Those people will install solar when it's cheap, no know wetin God do for them." Next one is from one Timmy, and it reads, "When you finish the review, abeg also review the air we breathe join. In short, Kukuma use price review kill us." Kanu Kenneth is saying, "What's really the use of fuel subsidy removal in this country?" Now let's take a quick break. We're back in no time. Do stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Newsfeed on Trust TV. President Bola Tinubu has assured Nigerians that his administration remains steadfast in its commitments to national progress despite ongoing criticism from opposition voices. The president said this while addressing members of the All Progressives Congress National Caucus at the State House Conference Center in Abuja on Tuesday night, February 25th. The president emphasized that his government is focused on delivering tangible results rather than engaging in political distractions. The president acknowledged that the implementation of certain economic policies, such as the removal of fuel subsidies, has posed challenges, but he insisted that such reforms were necessary to stabilize the nation's economy. He argued that Nigeria could not have survived under the previous subsidy regime, emphasizing that state governments are now receiving increased allocations that enable them to execute development projects effectively. It is a daunting challenge. The policies are difficult, but there was no way Nigeria would have survived with the burden of fuel subsidies. Today, I can beat my chest and say that each governor here knows that their allocations to the states have tripled. We have enough funding for the local government, he said. And the first reaction on the story says, in other words, hold your governors accountable for the lack of progress in your various states. Next one says, governors have direct impact on the citizens compared to the president, but we are not ready to hold them accountable. Next one reads, tripled and the common man is not feeling the difference. Enjoyment go one finish governor and him family members. Next one was trending. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has directed MultiChoice Nigeria, the operator of DSTV and GoTV, to maintain its current subscription prices pending the conclusion of an ongoing investigation into the company's proposed tariff adjustment. FCCPC disclosed this in a statement on Thursday by its Director of Corporate Affairs, Ondaje Ijagu. The directive follows MultiChoice's request for an extension regarding its scheduled appearance before the Commission over concerns surrounding its recurring price increases. Although FCCPC granted the company's request to postpone the session, it has now rescheduled the hearing for March 6, 2025, mandating the company's CEO, relevant officers, and a comprehensive response to the inquiry. Quote, as part of this directive, MultiChoice is expressly instructed to maintain the existing price structure as of February 27, 2025, pending the Commission's review and final determination on the matter, the statement read. Now reacting, one Marion wrote, multi-choice exploration of Nigerian viewing population is only possible because Nigerian government has failed woefully in providing even common viewing networks. Do we even produce our own HB pencil? The policies that have been made, have they ever impacted the grassroots? Really, we are paying taxes. Tariffs are increasing in all industries and sectors. The standard of living is extremely high, and even in our own motherland, we are constantly at the mercy of international price imposition, always importing this and that, devaluing both our national currency and economy at large. We could have incubated a lot of ideas from our young and old visionary inventors, but no, not Nigeria. The leadership in this country will always remain questionable. And yes, maybe now a few projects have been implemented to drive Nigerian economy to new heights, but the years of underhanded economic deterioration won't just change overnight. Next reaction is from one Nike Ademola, and it says, suspended or stopped. They want to deceive us the way they did with network providers. Let all Nigerians abandon DSTV and see what happens. Last reaction on this story is from one Abayomi, and it says, FCCPC should permanently ban MultiChoice from working in Nigeria. We don't even watch them again. Finally, US President Donald Trump has unveiled plans for selling a gold card visa for $5 million, which is equivalent to £3.9 million, that will offer wealthy buyers permanent residency in the country and a path to citizenship. Trump told reporters that the visas would function similarly to green cards, which allow immigrants of varying incomes to live and work permanently in the U.S., but would go to high-level people. Typically, green card holders in the U.S. can apply for citizenship after 5 years. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said the gold visas would replace the current visa program for foreign investors, but offered few details. Dozens of countries around the world have citizenship by investment programs, such as Portugal, which gives golden visas or permanent residency for foreigners who invest 500,000 euros, which is equivalent to $524,000 into qualifying fund. And the first comment is from a user alleging that all the rich drug dealers and human traffickers are going to buy them. Next one says, that's hilarious because this gold card thing is nothing new. Anyone who has a high income can get a gold card in the USA for many years. And that's a wrap on the program today. Do also follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news, and documentaries. Until next week, goodbye.